Welcome, everybody, and thanks for coming to another Mind Plus Neurology Wellness Workshop. Mind Plus is a specialty headache and migraine clinic with 2 locations in Wisconsin, one in Mequon and one in Appleton. My name is Tracy Bryce. I'm the Director of Marketing here at Mind Plus. And with me today is Ken Mika from Awaken Yoga. During our workshop today, Ken's going to be discussing the power of breath to ease stress and how different breathing techniques can help those who deal with headache and migraine. And we will have time at the end for questions if you have them. Otherwise, if you want to pop them in the chat, feel free. And with that, go ahead and take it away. Thanks for being here, Ken.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining today's session. As stated, my name is Ken Mika, and I'm honored to partner with Mind Plus Neurology to bring you this presentation on pranayama and migraine relief. Today, we'll explore how breath work can calm the nervous system, ease tension, and help reduce both the frequency and the intensity of migraines. Migraines affect more than just the head. They can influence the entire body, mood, sleep, and quality of life. My goal today is to give you real tools that you can use anywhere and at any time. Before we begin, let's take a moment just to settle in. Notice your posture, your shoulders, your jaw. Migraines almost always start long before the pain does, often with tightness, shallow breathing, or feeling mentally overloaded. This session is designed to help you recognize those early signs and retain your system to soften before the migraine escalates. Each breath technique that we'll explore today will be easy, gentle, and about 1 minute long, with the goal of hoping that you are able to pick this up and possibly use it in the near future if you do have a migraine, or if you don't have a migraine soon, in the long term. So anytime you do have a migraine. Tracy, can you advance it to the next slide? Thank you. So pranayama is the ancient yogic practice of consciously shaping your breath. In yoga, the breath is considered the bridge between the body and the mind. When the breath is smooth, the mind becomes smooth. When the breath is erratic or shallow, the mind tends to follow. You can think of pranayama as a remote control for your nervous system. Most people breathe unconsciously short, chest level breaths connected to stress and tension. But when we breathe intentionally, we influence our entire internal state. As we explore these techniques today, I invite you to watch how your breath affects you, how you feel in your body, your mind, and also in your mood as well. Next slide. So I love breaking down the word because it gives us insight into what its purpose is. So prana means life force, the energy within us that animates every cell. Anima means to extend, expand, or regulate. So pranayama literally means the expansion or regulation of the life force through breath. This is more than breathing exercises. It's energetic regulation. By changing the breath, we change the flow of the energy, we influence the mind, and we give the body a tool to return to balance. This is incredibly important for migraine prevention because migraines often come from imbalance, overload, or dysregulation. Next slide. So let's talk about what happens psychologically when we practice pranayama. We balance the nervous system. Most migraines have a stress or tension component. Breathwork shifts the body out of the fight or flight and into more of a rest and restore. The breath is one of the fastest ways to influence our autonomic nervous system. It also improves oxygenation and circulation. Slow breathing improves cerebral oxygen and stabilizes blood flow. Migraines often involve vascular changes, so this is an important piece. It reduces muscle tension. Notice how often you hold your breath while thinking, concentrating, or scrolling. Every breath hold increases tension in the jaw, neck, and shoulders. All areas tied to migraine development. Breathwork softens those areas and helps relieve those patterns. Calm stress and pathways. Stress hormones are one of the top migraine triggers. Slow breath reduces cortisol and helps break the stress cycle. Another thing to consider is elastic load, the accumulation of stress on the body. Breath work lowers that load. Every single breath that we take and then the exhale sends a message to the brain. We are safe. And when the brain feels safe, migraines become less likely. Next slide. So to really understand migraines, it helps to understand that they are deeply tied to the nervous system. Migraines often begin long before pain, with sensory overload, fatigue, emotional strain, or neck tension. These are the signs of that the nervous system overwhelms. A migraine is the body's way of saying, I need rest, I need quiet, something is overloaded. Pranayama slows the electrical activity in the brain and reduces the activity in regions tied to stress and pain amplification. It stabilizes the autonomic nervous system, which is the system most involved in the migraine onset. This is why breath work is useful both in preventing migraines and reducing their severity. It helps to shift the body out of the overwhelmed state before the pain starts. Next slide. Breath work helps migraines in multiple ways. Releases physical tension in the jaw, the scalp, the shoulders, and the neck. It helps regulate emotions, especially worry, overstimulation, and stress. It improves sleep quality, and sleep is one of the strongest migraine protectors. Over time, it increases the resilience of our nervous system. Your system becomes less reactive and more adaptive. Breath also increases nitric oxide, a molecule that helps blood vessels stay open and function smoothly. This can reduce some of the vascular component of migraines. Breathwork also quiets the default mode network, the part of the brain that is tied to the rumination and overthinking, two things that often worsen migraine patterns. Next slide. So we'll start with our first breathing technique. This technique is simple, box breathing. And if you were part of the last yoga session, we did a little bit of this. It is powerful. And in high stress environments, even by the Navy SEALs, it shows that you can be able to calm the mind and the body. This is another technique that I actually use as a parent with my children when they are feeling and having anxiety. It works wonderful for all ages. So for this, we will practice a pattern where we inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold for 4, completing the box. If a 4 count is too long, try 3. If you want to do more grounding when you do it, try 5. I've been a part of different groups where we've gone as low as 2 and as high as 8. It's whatever works best for you as the individual. So let's do 1 minute together, and we'll do 4. But if you need less, feel free to do less. So let's inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale again, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Last round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. and then hold. 2, 3, 4. Now you can return to normal breathing. Notice your shoulders softening. Notice if your mind feels slightly quieter. This is a wonderful technique for stressful moments for when you feel like the pressure building before the migraine sets in. Next slide for our next opportunity. So this next technique is the left nostril breathing, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural calming response. Slows the heart rate, cools the body, and eases the mind. This is especially helpful in early migraine stages when you feel overstimulated or mentally saturated. Let's practice this for 1 minute with closing your right nostril gently. Normally, what I do is just take my thumb and hold it up against my right nostril. You can do whatever works easiest for you in your state right now. I am not going to hold my nose or my right nostril shut just to help walk you through it. So when we do go through this, we'll do a slow, smooth breathing, allowing our chest to soften as well. And we'll breathe in through the left nostril and then out through the left nostril. So let's begin. Breathe in slowly through the left nostril and then slowly out through the left nostril. Breathe in slowly through the left nostril and breathe out slowly through the left nostril. Breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in and then breathe out. And we'll do it one more time. Breathe in and then breathe out. All right. Hopefully you feel that, if anything, your heart rate has slowed from this practice. All right, let's move on to our next technique. All right, so cooling breath. This is another favorite of mine, especially if it's you're working out and it's hot, but it also works wonderfully for this for migraines as well. So this is a excellent technique for heat-triggered or hormonal migraines. When the internal heat rises, whether physically or emotionally, the breath cools, soothes, and relaxes your nervous system. There's two options here. One is the Shitali, which is where you roll your tongue like a tube, and I'll make it a funny tube face. Or you can do the Sikari, where you breathe gently through paired teeth, like this. Either way, when you breathe in through that, you feel a cold air coming through. So I would suggest choose what's most comfortable for you. Once again, because of trying to walk you through it, I will not be showing it on my face, but I'll be walking you through it. And so when you do it, you breathe in through your mouth and then exhale through your nose. So imagine you're breathing in through your mouth, the cold air, and then pushing out warm air through your nose. All right, so let's begin. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly breathe back in and breathe out. And then breathe back in again. And then breathe back out. And then breathe back in. And then breathe back out. Breathe back in. And then breathe back out. Breathe back in. Breathe back out. We'll do one more. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Feel the coolness on your tongue or your teeth. and across the temples, your temples and your forehead. This breathing also reduces inflammation, helps mental alignment, and brings immediate relief. And then on to our next one. This is another one that I know if you, depending on if you go to a yoga studio or practice yoga, I've seen this used quite a bit with different yogis. And so this is the extended exhale technique, which helps activate the vagus nerve, which is the body's relaxation switch. When your exhale becomes longer than your inhale, your whole system begins to soften. So for this pattern here, we'll inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. Depending on your needs are, you can go shorter on either one, go longer on either one. So feel free, if you use this in the future, if 4 and 6 aren't the numbers you want to use, feel free to adjust. All right, so we'll do this again for 1 minute. And let's begin. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we'll do one more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully, as you're going through it, you're feeling your shoulders drop, feeling the grounding sensation of the longer exhale. And this is a wonderful breathing technique for you to start your morning or prepare yourself for sleep at night. And next slide, please. So with this, I'm providing a routine, which it doesn't need to be a long routine, just consistency. Try choosing one breath technique in the morning, one for stress, and one for early migraine signs. What is shown on the screen, it might look like this. We start out your morning with the extended exhale. During stressful moments before the migraine hits, extended exhale, box breathing, just to help self-regulate. If you start feeling the early onset of a migraine coming, left nostril breathing is good. And then if you're either going through heat or hormonal triggers, the cooling breathing. The best practice for you is the one you actually do and the one that works best for you as you try them. You don't need perfection, you just need presence. Be present for it and be consistent with it. Next slide. Some safety considerations when doing any type of breath work. You should always feel safe and gentle. You should always feel, if you ever feel dizzy or nauseous, stop immediately. Return to normal breathing. Avoid breath retention during an active migraine. The goal is softness, not intensity. So, I would not recommend doing box breathing if the migraine's already set in. You can always shorten the inhale or exhale, or come back to simple breathing at any time, and then go back when you are ready. And most importantly, with any practice of anything, listen to your body. Your body's the most important communicator with you. Next slide. So a few things on Awaken Yoga. When I work one-on-one with clients, we look at everything, migraine patterns, stress cycles, nervous system tendencies, your lifestyle, and even your sleep rhythms. From there, we can create a breath plan that fits you and your life and your body. Some people benefit from grounding breaths. Others need cooling techniques. Others need tension release in the neck and shoulders. Sessions can be virtual, and so you can practice from home, even on days that where migraine is building. This goal is simply to give you the tools that you need for your system. Next slide. I just want to thank everyone for being here and taking time to care for your own body and your own mind. Your breath is always with you, free, accessible, and powerful. And that's why pranayama breath work can be a simple tool in your toolbox to help deal with migraines. If you want to explore personalized breath work or guided sessions, feel free to reach out to me at awakenyogallc@gmail.com. And thank you again for Mind Plus Neurology for this partnership. If there's any questions or discussions, I'd be happy to answer.
Some thanks for that, Ken. One thing I was thinking about is I this like the breathing technique thing and yoga, like I didn't really start looking into that until like maybe my 20s. But
Mhm.
my kids in elementary school, like they come back learning some of these techniques at school. Like that's kind
Mhm.
of becoming a part of kind of more of the mainstream, I guess, if you will. But one of the things that they talk about is the hot cocoa breath, which
Mhm.
so it's like they have to pretend they're smelling the coffee, like with their nose, deep breath in, and then they blow on the hot cocoa with their breath.
Mhm.
So it's like this kind of like game about it, you know. So it's like this
Mhm.
visualization, which I think is really cool.
Absolutely. There's different pranayamas or the same pranayamas, but different practices and wording to help you more engage. I know with many of the yoga for children, they look at trying to combine it with something that excites children, whether the techniques are different butterfly techniques or animal techniques. I know if you practice yoga, we do have the names, and some of them do relate to animals, but trying to more kid-friendly animals is a big one. So, yeah, no, breath work, teaching children at a young age, both breath work and yoga will definitely set them and help them long term. And I don't know where the research is at, but I'd love to see, if starting a child at an early age in yoga and breath work, if that does help alleviate individuals with migraines long term in their life.
Yeah, absolutely. Another one that they would do is like blow out the candle. So it's kind of
Hmm.
the same idea. Like you're just focusing your breath forward and just like clearing your mind. But absolutely, stress management's for everybody and every age. So very cool. All right. Did anybody else have anything to add to the discussion? Let's see, Julie's typing something. Oh, also Julie said, thank you and great tips.
Thank you.
So she says, I was never a believer in yoga, but have just started practicing this and have found it great for my migraine. So it really does impact um, Julie in helping with movement and breath and stretching and concentrating, clearing the mind and all of those, seeing those benefits. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what's great with yoga when you start bringing the yoga practices, you're not just, working on your breath work, you're getting your body moving and sometimes it's just the different movements in yoga can help alleviate that as well, which we talked about last month. So,
Hmm.
absolutely.
So great. And so great how it can be so supportive for those that have migraine and issues with migraine, because that's what we're all about, trying to find different
Mhm.
pathways into relieving that. And this is just, it's an incredible key. So awesome. Thank you for being here today, Ken, and also for the yoga practices still to come down the line. Our next one's the Friday after Thanksgiving. So hopefully you all can make it to that. And thank you all for taking the time out of your day. Appreciate you and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you
All
all for
right.
joining.
Thank you.